Hi everyone. So today I wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about, and it has to do with comparison, or comparing, right? One of the things that I have noticed recently or realized recently is that most of the times when we start to compare our lives with somebody else's, it's when we're going through a challenging season, right? And then is when we compare our challenging season to somebody else's great season. Because we're not going to compare it to somebody else's challenging season, right? Or even if we do, it's like it's always better than what we're going through, at least in our eyes, right? But it's always when we're going through a challenging season, right? And recently, I've really thought about this because it's like when you're going through a challenging season and then you look to somebody else's life and then they seem to be blossoming in this right now in their season, it seems like, okay, why am I struggling, or why am I going through this challenge and they're blossoming? God, like, why can I go through blossom too, right? But in each and every person's life, we all have seasons whereby we have challenging seasons and then we have seasons where we blossom, right? And that's life, right? And if we really think about it that way, that person might be going through a blossoming season right now because they've been through a season of challenges, right? And now they come to that place whereby they're reaping the benefits of their actions. They reaping what they've sown. They It's time for them to flourish, right? And you might be looking at them and feeling like, but why? And maybe you didn't know about their challenging season, right? You just seeing their blossom season, and you feel as if what have they been through, right? But always think to yourself, just because you don't know what they've been through doesn't mean that they haven't been through something, just like how you're going through something, right? And just like how they're having this season of blossoms right now, you will have yours too, right? It's life. Just like how during the year in some parts of the world you have different seasons, different times of the year, different things happen. Life is like that too. There are times when you're gonna blossom. You're gonna have good things happen to you. You're gonna rejoice. You're gonna be overwhelmed with joy. And then there's times when you're gonna have a challenging season. It's gonna feel like a dark season, right? But it's all part of life, and it all has its purpose, right? It all has something to help you to grow, to benefit you, to help your life to come together and become this beautiful piece, piece of art, you want to call it that. But yeah, it's just something that I thought about the other day, and I never thought about it like that before. Sometimes you're going through your challenging season and you just look at somebody else and you just feel like, why can I go through, or why can I have that, or why do I have to go through this, but and then you look at that person and maybe you don't know about their challenging season, so you feel like they've just had it good, and they just keep getting in. But they probably had their challenging season too, but you didn't see it. And just because you don't see it don't mean that it didn't happen, right? And just like how they're going through their blossom season right now, yours is coming, right? And you should rejoice with them and be happy for them, right? And the next thing too that can help you is that don't feel as if sometimes, I don't know if anybody else feels this way or felt this way, but sometimes when you see somebody else rejoicing, right, you tend to feel like it's almost as if when somebody they have, like, okay, right, let's say you have a bottle of juice, right, and somebody said, okay, you can't get any juice until 5 o'clock, right? And then your siblings there and they drinking and you there and you know that you can't get any juice until 5 o'clock, but they're drinking the juice, and in your head is like, they're gonna drink out all the juice, and sometimes that's how I don't know if anybody else did this, but sometimes I feel as if that's how it seems. Like when you see somebody else blossoming and getting these promises and these blessings, sometimes you feel like, and in your turn ain't come yet, you feel like, don't use out all, leave some for me, right? But there's enough to go around, right? There's enough blessings for you. Like, God has your blessings and He has their blessing, right? And they're going to get theirs, and then when your turn comes, you're going to get yours, right? It's not a case whereby, there's one jar, and when it done. There's yours, and then there's theirs, right? There's a word like that, theirs. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, it's just something that I thought about, and I just thought I'd share it. It might encourage somebody, that everybody has a challenging season and then a blossom season, right? So just because you're going through your challenging season and somebody else is going through a season of blossom, don't feel like, like left out, or, woes you, because, this is sad for me, whatever, like you're gonna have your turn, right? And there's enough for you and enough for them. They have theirs and you have yours, right? So I hope this encourages you if you never thought about it that way before. I just thought I'd share it because I never thought about it before now, right? So it's a good way to look at it too. It helps you to have a good perspective of life, a good attitude, because then you're not walking around the place with a grudge, or if somebody come and they're celebrating, you can see it, you're able to celebrate with them, in other words, right? You don't feel like like sometimes you don't feel happy for somebody else because you're going through a season, you're going through this for a long time, and they're now celebrating, but you can be happy for them because you may not know what they've been through, right, before they got to that place. And plus too, in life, that's how life is. There are times when you're gonna have ups and downs, and I'm sure you can attest to having some good seasons, right? Or some seasons where you're flourishing, or things were falling into place, were happening. I'm sure it's not, at least not for everybody, right? Because I know everybody's life is not the same, and some people do go through some tough times, right? So but yeah, I just thought I'd share that. It's a good way to look at life, and it'll help you as a person to strive through life, to excel through life, and to prosper, and enjoy life more with having a different mindset. Anyway, I just hope that was that was helpful, or that was encouraging for somebody. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.